fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
Stronghold Definitive Edition is a 2023 remaster of a 2013 remaster of a 2001 game. Better times. But does the BAFTA-nominated 2001 original hold up to today? BAFTA is the British Game Awards. Stronghold is set in the Middle Ages. As the name suggests, the goal of each level is to build a stronghold and outlast the enemy onslaught. Starting the campaign, your dad's been killed and you have to defend the rebellious lords who killed him. Every briefing, two Owl Boys argue over how you should approach the enemy forces. One's a Tory snob and the other's a war-hungry maniac. Once they explain your mission, make sure to read, yes, read, the tips and building guides, otherwise you're going in blind. Plus, you'll learn about the technology used in the Middle Ages. I enjoy learning about real life facts and history in games, though I'm probably in the minority. On a small map, choose a plot of land to build a headquarters, storage, generate food and weapons, employ soldiers, collect wood to build structures. You also need to keep the filthy casuals, console peasants, happy, or they leave. And without common folk running things, Your Majesty becomes a sitting duck to enemy invasion. Means you lose. Speaking of them, I don't like how the enemy plants a sign broadcasting what direction they'll attack from. Overconfident much? I'd rather be surprised like it's my birthday, as I prepare to be attacked from any side. I recommend playing on hard at the start, because the enemies are actually a threat. Also, it means you're not twiddling your thumbs waiting for them to show up just so you can quickly wipe them out and go back to thumb wrestling. There's still moments like this on any difficulty though, or moments where it's not clear what decisions need made to avoid restarting the mission countless times. This was the case in the mission Breaking the Siege, which immediately starts with the enemy trying to overrun your territory. They succeeded so quickly, I thought this was an unwinnable mission, used only to progress the story. Nope. After a couple of tries, I noticed I can command the dots at the bottom right of the screen, so they helped me fend off the first enemy wave. But now I have to carefully choose and manage everything to a T. Stop planting those wheat fields. I don't care if you're allergic to gluten, you'll get what you're given. Not many games can hook me these days, so Stronghold must be good. Stronghold's dialogue is my type of humour. Banter's good between your two bobblehead superiors, though after they talk for a few seconds, the heads stop animating. Probably due to budget limitations. It's a bit jarring, but it's not the end of the world. Unlike what's happening to the bloody English in this game. That's a different story.
I say we act now and strike while the iron is hot.
No. The few men we have would be cut down like lambs to the slaughter. We need time to gather our forces.
Nonsense! I shall take 6 of my finest men into enemy territory by the cover of darkness and...
No, just listen. Our men are close to starvation. This is what we must do.
If you prefer to collect resources rather than fight soldiers, or you want a change of pace, the economic campaign's for you. It seemed boring to me at first since I thought it was just a casual mode, but you still need to time manage everything carefully before time runs out, and there is some enemies you have to be aware of. They're just not as focused as what they'd be in the combat campaign. Graphic settings are almost non-existent. Just know it should run on a low-end 1080p gaming machine. It ran on mine after all. On the largest maps, I got some framed stutter, but it's not a big deal. Voice acting and the medieval soundtrack is top notch. Character voices are a good fit for their appearance and personalities. Look at the 4 bosses. Rat is Wormtail from Harry Potter. Snake is Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. Pig is the fat hard man down at your local pub, aka an orc from Lord of the Rings. And Wolf is me when I'm forced to work at my bloody crappy job. And this bloke. During gameplay, when the music changes from calm to tense, you know trouble's coming, so start getting those soldiers ready to fight and call the guys in because you don't want them getting slaughtered. There's a small bug where the music sometimes cuts off in the menu before a mission, but to be honest I prefer this because it means I don't have to turn the volume down to concentrate on reading the helpful text. There is still the odd update coming to the game now and again, so who knows. $15 is a steal for Stronghold Definitive Edition. It may be a remaster, but it's one of the best strategy games I've played, though I've only played a few, and this is my first Stronghold game. Company of Heroes, XCOM Unknown and 2, Civilization 6, Frostpunk, all bangers. Don't miss out on this enchanting castle sim. I recommend completing all the campaigns before starting multiplayer because the campaigns, each mission teaches you a new mechanic of the game. I tried the multiplayer just for review purposes and I got slaughtered. It's difficult to find a match on the server and I was joined during the peak time. You can get a match but you have to wait. Make sure to click the shield to ready up, otherwise you'll pee everybody off. That's what happened to me the first time. The game doesn't tell you to do this, I had to figure it out. So click the shield. You can play up to 8 players single or in teams. I was a deer in the headlights essentially. There's only 2,000 to 3,000 online players and peak hours. I don't know how many of those are actually playing the online because when you play Steam, the game connects to online. But according to Reddit, this is actually impressive. It's getting more numbers than almost any other Stronghold game. The strategy titles aren't exactly mainstream, so maybe that's true. Over 100,000 people have already bought the game, so hopefully more players will come because Stronghold is high quality. You can even make custom stages which online players can play, either single or multiplayer. You can choose from different modes like defend the castle, rules like the number of players, you can set the starting resources, etc. You can decorate the land of construction, trees, animals, rivers, you name it. The only limitation is your patience and creativity. I can see how Stronghold was BAFTA nominated, arguably one of the best years of gaming. And look at this list, how's anybody supposed to win? There's so much content in Stronghold, it's kind of sad when you play a modern game, a lot of them, and they just finish really quickly, yet they're a lot more expensive than this. You really get bang for your buck here. I just wish people stop walking in areas I'm trying to build. For 10 seconds?